I want you to fill us in the whole story. You start selling little weed early in high school. Everybody sold a little weed.
Of course.
At what point do you jump to, nah, I could probably make some real money, or this could be a real...
As soon as I found out you could make a living selling weed, that was like I was like, it's all I want to do.
Wait, you didn't think that people were doing that before?
No. I had no idea. I thought you had to be like, you know, the biggest.
Oh, you had to be the biggest boss.
The biggest boss just to make any money selling weed. I had no idea, you know what I mean? Because I'm not from that life.
How'd you find out that that was a living? You knew people that were doing it?
Yeah, it was like a friend's older brother.
Got you.
You know, or my friend's father, he was like he was like one of these OG guys. He was everything. He was a pimp, sold crack, sold weed, all that shit. He was my first connect.
That's like the Costco of crime. He's like doing everything.
Yeah,
you know, anything you need, he's got it.
Yeah, you would knock on his door. It would be like 4 p.m. and he'd be in like a leopard skid robe. You know what I mean? He'd have the perm and shit. He had like a couple of bitches.
And you're like, that's what I want to be one day.
Oh, I lost my virginity to one of his hoes.
Really?
Yeah, I talk about it in my book. Yeah, it was a bad fucking...
Did he bring it up?
I wanted to give them money. I wanted to, like, you know, I felt bad, dude.
Well, yeah, you did. Oh, you
I did give them money. Yeah. I wanted to, like, tip them.
This is how hookers work.
Oh, I found out later. Yeah.
Wait. Are you into the hookers?
Well, yeah, I mean, when I was a baller, yeah, of course. Come on.
Just easier.
Yeah, it's just easier, and it's like I'm living that life. You know, I'm in Colombia with like hundreds of thousands of dollars in my pocket.
Okay, let's go back to the beginning a little bit.
So when I found out, it was just like his father was like, yeah, this is all I do. Is like I basically just sell weed and I pay my rent, and like that was enough for me. You know?
And you're clearly, this is the interesting thing about it, is you have ambition because you want to do this at a high level, but you just don't want to have ambition with like a regular legit job?
No, lazy as fuck.
So it's laziness.
Yeah.
Okay, because now it seems like you're hustling crazy, so the laziness is gone.
Yeah, I've always been like hardworking and dedicated to something I want to do.
But you're like, yo, these square jobs seem absolutely horrible. I want nothing. I played ball. I thought I was gonna play ball legit or in Europe or something.
Bro, I was a 90s white kid who thought he was black. I'm talking to the right guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, baby.
That's your match. You know what I mean? Yeah, praise to Andrew Schulz for letting white comedians be black again. So
someone had to do it.
Come on, baby. So I was like, you know how it was? It was like the Cameron album back in the day. Sports, drugs, or entertainment. That was it.
Okay.
There was no use trying to make money any other way. Like I didn't want, because I grew up middle class, I didn't want that lifestyle at all.
Did your dad like hate his job and you saw it and you're like, I'm not gonna be that way?
Yeah, he kind of did. Like he was a lawyer and he was a square and it was
miserable all the time, complaining about it.
Kind of like that cliche. You see it in every movie, you know? And I just knew from a very young age that I didn't want it. And then, of course, dude, watching movies like Paid in Full and all that shit, we fantasized about all that.
Dude, movies and music do influence you.
Do.
Yeah.
They 1,000% do. Yeah, exactly. Most people don't go off and do that shit, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was just dumb enough to actually, like, try to go live that.
Yeah.
So you start out selling, you know, nickel and diamond, right? You don't know what you're doing. You do that for years. It's like comedy. You're open micing drug dealing for like 5 years. We didn't make any real money till like 7 years in the game. Like I put in my time, put in my 10,000 hours.
Now, real money is, give us the example.
Okay, so
you're making a living, right?
It took about 4 years to make like a living where I didn't have to have like a side job. I didn't have to like hustle other drugs, okay?
Because you were hustling some coke or whatever on the side.
Exactly. When I was in Eugene, Oregon, going to the University of Oregon, you know, sometimes the weed would dry out, meaning you couldn't get enough supply, right? Whatever, the connect would get fucked up. So we would go to our coke guy and we'd get like a 9-piece, like 9 ounces, maybe get like a half a key, move that, get that off or whatever, sell some shrooms. So it was kind of like, you know, it was whatever. It was
that coke money seductive at all? Because the risk is high, but at the same time.
But you could take half a block, which is nothing.
And make crazy.
And make, you know, 3 times what you make having to sell 30 pounds of weed.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I heard you say in one episode, if you want to sell drugs and make money, coke is still the way to go.
Coke's still the way to go. Coke is such a good product, and that's why the fentanyl's fucking it up. It's bad for the coke dealers.
Yeah.
It's bad for the brand.
No, you're right about
this. It's bad for the brand.
Yeah.
So it's like, but back in the day, dude, it was so like, you know, it still is like, it's a drug that middle-class people do. It's viewed as acceptable, right? And
you're saying coke is?
Yes. Yeah, and it was just, you know, the hardest part is getting your hands on good coke.
Yeah.
So if you go watch my show, you learn all about how to cut it up. Keep them coming back still, okay?
Wait, you were cutting it up with bullshit?
No, we would just put like a two-step on it.
What
like
does a two-step mean?
A two-step means we would just cut it up like once or twice, very lightly.
What do you use? Use Adderall?
No. Rookie.
I just love Adderall. My dream.
Like just sprinkle it on top.
So no, we put like some B12 in it and like some caffeine pills.
So B12 is just like an energy booster.
Exactly.
So they don't even know the difference between getting the natural energy booster, the caffeine.
Correct.
And you would short them a bit, right? Like 3.5, you'd do it 3.2.
I like just doing that. Like if I could get a good price on it, and it was fire, like chunked up, blocked up.
Like don't even waste.
I'll just sell you less of it, but it's fire. So you're gonna come back.
And most people, if they have a good experience with it, they're not weighing out on a fucking gram scale.
No.
Right? They trust that they have good coke, they go right back.
Exactly.
Okay, so then how did you have the discipline to not chase the coke dream? Because the coke dream is where the fucking money is.
Yes, because it got so crazy. When you're selling coke and you have good coke, especially in a small town like Eugene, your phone is buzzing all the time. All the time.
Talk to me.
I'm in class. Class became like a money loss. Like I'd be in government learning about the
how much time you're gonna do.
Yeah, I went to law school. I don't know if you know that. So I'd be in there like, and my burner phone is like buzzing off the fucking hook. And it got to the point where I'm like, I either gotta drop out of school or I gotta like fall back from selling coke and just focus on the weed.
Did something scare you and that's why you didn't want to do the coke thing?
Well, yeah, we've getting robbed at gunpoint and shit. Yeah, getting jukes.
Yeah,
of course that happened,
bring
bro.
this up.
Sure.
This is fucking unreal.
This is what like middle class like thugging looks like. We were we were in a house on the busiest street in Eugene, Oregon. I'm playing Mario Kart.
Your trap house is on fucking Broadway.
Exactly. White privilege. We don't give a fuck, you know?
And who's we? Who's we?
Me and
You are a cop, bro.
What? No, I'm just saying.
I know
who is we.
You
said we.
You're wearing a wire,
No,
too.
I'm not.
No. Okay, so it's you. It's the homies. It's guys who are like.
It's just my friends.
So they're all in school too.
Yeah, but they're all civilians. So it's like I lived like a double life. Like they know what I'm doing. Every crew as a dope man, right? Every crew back then had the D-boy, but everybody else was like just lived normal lives, you know?
Okay.
But they bore like the brunt of like the consequences from being with me. So we're playing Mario Kart for Nintendo 64.
Great game.
Okay? Great game. Fantastic, bro.
Fantastic.
And I'm like killing. I'm on like Chaco Mountain. I'm like beating my time, my record time. And we hear a knock at the door.
Yeah.
And somebody opens it up and they go, "Yo, you here?" My drug dealing partner, right? And we're like, "Yeah, we think he's in the back." We didn't even know who it was.
Yeah.
And then we look up from because people were always coming in and out of the house. It was like a college house.
Yeah, of course.
And we look up and there's fucking two dudes with ski masks with the fucking joints in our face. Yeah, just like run it. Imagine that. And one of the dudes is like shaking, like these are not pros.
Yeah.
So we were like, "Hey, just take your finger off the trigger, dude. We'll go get it for you."
So you were cool in the moment?
Everybody was cool. I was so proud of my dudes. They were just like, "What the fuck?"
But you specifically, did you freak out? Where you were like, "This is it, it's over," or you're like, "They need the coke first. They're not going to kill me immediately"?
No, well, I knew most of the work wasn't even in the house.
Did you pause the game? Or was the music going in the back? Last lap.
I didn't even think about that till that moment.
Okay.
Yo, we definitely finished that motherfucker after they left though. But I knew we had a couple pounds of weed in the house, which was like, we can give that up, no problem. But like the real money, the work, no way I would keep it in
on you,
like
where you're at.
Of course not, right?
Okay.
So I was like, just be cool. Not home, but I know where it is. I'll go get it for you. Scotty gave it to him. They fucking bounced out.
You go with them to go get it?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. On my fucking life, this whole time, he's in the bathroom taking a shit. He came out like, "What's going on, guys? You guys calling me?" I was like, "Fuck you, dude." Yeah.
This is a lucky motherfucker, this guy, dude.
I didn't have any guns?
Yeah. No, there's no point. If you're really keeping a game time, right, exactly. Go tell that to a dude in Harlem. You know what I mean? Hey, you don't need a gun when you're selling crack, dude. What's the matter with you?
It's hostile, yeah.
But it's like, but that's also double the time though. So you gotta hedge the risk, right? Like you getting juxed for like, that's just a business expense. As long as it's not the law, like we'll give that up, you know? So if you get taken for the whole trap, the whole package, that's on you, you're slipping.
Nah, but the dudes came in, you didn't give them any pushback, and now they can come back anytime they want to just to keep.
Yeah, but what am I gonna do? You know, I'm gonna fuck around and one of these dudes is gonna get shot in the head? You know, it's not, you look at it like nothing is worth that, you know? And that's the difference between selling drugs in the ghetto. Is
that's true.
Like we have kids to feed, and these dudes will kill you. Yeah. So it's just a whole different, whole different thing.
So at that point, you have to start going, all right, if we're gonna scale this up, we either need to partner with some people that will protect us, right? Or we protect ourselves. That has to go through your head a little bit, right?
No, we have to move up from all street sales. No more.
Oh, the street sales where it gets fucked.
Of course. And the you know, because at this point we're selling coke hand to hand, and we're maybe like mid-level dealers for weed. So we're giving it out to dealers. We're the dealer's dealer.
Right.
But those dudes that robbed us were working for us. We found out later. Yeah. They were working for us, and they just they were like, these dudes are pussy, they ain't got no heart, we're gonna go take it from them. It's like, good luck with that. You're gonna eat once,
and then you
don't
never
mean
eat
shit.
again. Yeah,
exactly. I'll starve your ass. You know, so it's like, that's the kind of stupidity, but we were like, yeah, from here on out, like, it's gotta be, we're only dealing with 2 or 3 dudes.
Right, so it goes cartel you. At this point, were you getting stuff directly?
At this point, I'm not dealing with the Sinaloans. We're gonna work up to that. I'm dealing with, I call them the Rednecks. And so the best pot in the entire country, the best outdoor weed.
NorCal, right?
NorCal and Southern Oregon. Southern Oregon is actually, you know, and I'm up filming with dudes in Washington Heights last month. Yeah. And they were like, oh, you're from Portland? That's where we used to get our shit. That was the best shit.
Just
was
UPS,
Portland.
right?
Exactly. Yeah. We're gonna get to that too.
Yeah.
So we were getting it from the Rednecks, picking up maybe 10 pounds at a time, right? Yeah. And we're just selling locally. But I'm like, if we're gonna get rich, we gotta start moving it across the country. Yeah. That's where the markup is.
If UPS had same-day shipping, nobody would ever get caught dealing drugs again.
Well, they've sold more drugs than Chapo, Pablo Escobar. Bro, they're delivering meth right now. You know what I mean? It's like with a smile, dude. On time.
That would be such a better like King of Queens. Like if that show just had him. But like it just turned into Breaking Bad in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Kingpin of Queens.
Kevin James just starts losing weight. He's fucking.
But that is the problem. Is like you can't wait 2 or 3 business days to get your shit.
We get it the next day though. Next day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Next day.
But I'm saying if you're like you just want a dime bag.
Of course not.
You're not gonna wait.
Yeah.
But there would be no person-to-person interaction, and you just have the government handle all that shit.
And it's the separation which I like. So I never got caught with any work. They never found me with any drugs, and I think it's because I created that barrier between myself and the customer.